Hello. Thanks for popping in. I'm gonna explain today how to use SRS correctly with the Yaw VR2. I've seen a lot of videos that are confusing the smoothing section with how the chair reacts, and it's wrong. So I wanted to make a video to show you how to set up your vehicles, whether it's a plane or a car or a boat, anything really, a spaceship. I'm going to show you how to set it up so it reacts correctly without overreacting. Let's get into it. Alright, so how you doing? Let me just bear with me while I make sure that I get the game screen working. Okay, yeah, there we go. Game screen is on, recording on OBS. Right, I'm using the microphone in my Valve Index, so I hope it picks up alright. It should do. It's a pretty good mic. Right, so what you can see I've got here, I've got the camera focused on my Yaw VR chair, and I've got a Next Level Racing frame attached to it. And on the right here I've got the SRS software that you can use with any motion sim, more or less. And I wanted to go through it today to give you guys a good understanding, a good start if you're going to switch over to it, because there's a lot of info on it that has got the wrong information. So first of all, in setup, all we want to do is go to the motion section and select your Yaw VR chair with the two drop down boxes. You'll notice on the right of that there's a cog. If you go into the cog, you'll see your parameters. Now these are the same parameters that you set up your chair in Yaw VR in the game engine software when you first get it. So whatever settings you set, whatever parameters you set in game engine, if you buy SRS, when you start SRS, the parameters will just all automatically be imported. You don't need to do anything. It's all done. And if you change something in the game engine via your mobile phone app or the desktop app, it will change these settings in SRS as well, which is great. So I have my power set on 70 at the moment because I've got a bit of a heavy frame. I've got 20 kilograms of weight tucked behind two 10k dumbbells tucked behind my chair, and these are the parameters that I use until I swap out my motor, because I'm getting a more powerful, I've got a 250 watt motor for the pitch. I'm going to swap it out for a 350 because this frame's quite heavy and I need a little bit more oomph, but it's all working great at the moment. I did have a little problem, it overheated. I put another 10, I only had 10k in the back, so I put another 10k weight in the back, and it's calmed down with overheating at the moment. So when my rig gets up to about 60-65 degrees, it tends to just shut down and it just closes down, and you have to wait for it to cool down. That's why I want to upgrade the motor, but that's another video. But for this video, we get back to what I'm talking about, is these parameters of whatever you set in game engine translate over into Yaw SRS without the need to do anything. So these are the parameters I like to have. I have my pitch on 11, the pitch backwards on 16, the rolls on 10, and that works fine for me where my Yaw is in the corner of my room. Over that side of the room I've got the sofa settee and the kids table and all the front room stuff, so this works in my little corner. I haven't got the rotation platform plugged in. I have got it, but I'm going to wait until I move to a bigger property and then I'll set up the rotation, because I don't want my kiddies to run in and they get hit by this thing, because it's gonna do some serious damage. Right, so let's come out of the settings. That's all you need to know about that. We go into tuning, And SRS, you have to tune up each car or each plane individually. There is no one setting matches all. You have to go, if you're in a Ferrari for the first time, you set it up, and then once you click on save in the top right, it will save those settings. Then if you get in a Lotus, it's not going to load up your Ferrari settings. You have to manually input your settings individually, but once you've done it once, that's it. So we're going to go over this Ferrari that I've got here, an F138. So I haven't driven, I've had a go in it, but I haven't set up the SRS for it. So my max angle, let's start at the top. Max angle, this is 100% of the parameter that I set. It's not 100% of the pitch it can do, it's 100% of my parameter, which as you saw is at 11. So I've got 11 and 16. So they're my parameters. It's 100% of those pitches. So it's just under half. I've got it set up just under half. So that's for that. And roll as well is just on half because I don't want to tip over too much. So that, if I go back into tuning, this is 100% of what my parameter was. Alright, so then if I go to pitch, this is 100% of whatever my parameter is. So it will do my max angle. If I take it down to 10, that's 50% of my max angle. Alright, of my parameter, not of what the chair can do. The next thing I'm going to go through is these black numbered boxes here on the right. These are how quick your chair reacts to the slider angle. So if I've got my pitch on 100%, it says 20, take no notice of the numbers, right? So I've got my sliders maxed out, so we'll call it 100%. My pitch is 100% of this, of my max angle, right? And my max angle is what my parameter is, right? This black box here is how quick the chair reacts to the angle that I set. So this is maxed out angle. If I set this down to, oh, I'm tilting backwards for some reason. Right, on the fly there. Right, so 0 is off. So whatever I set this to, I'm going to get no reaction. If I've got this set on 1, I'll put it on 1. Right, it's gone back because I'm in the car. I haven't got it set up properly. Right, because we're going to set it up now. So I'm at max angle, and my pitch is on 20, and it'll work the same for every single setting here going down. So what I'm going to do, right, first of all, let me just dumb this down because I'm on the road on a hill. So let me turn that off. I'm level. I'm going to turn off the roll. I'm going to turn off the yaw because I haven't got that plugged in anyway. I'm going to turn off the G-force sway, the deceleration and the heave. The only thing I've got on at the moment right now is my pull away, my acceleration, right? So I'm going to put my acceleration on 10, and I'm going to put the speed of getting to that angle on 5, right? No, actually, let's start on 10, right? So my max angle is 10, so my chair is only going to tilt back 10, which is 50% of my max angle, right? So when I start racing and it's on 10 on the black box, the reaction time is on 10. So right, let's get into, oh, I'm in reverse. Right, there we go. So if I put it on first gear, I'm going to pull away quite quick. Wheel spinning, and I've got a little bit of movement in my chair. It's not a lot, but I can feel a very subtle tilt back when I accelerate. So with this car, I've got to work out if I think that, do I want a little bit more tilt, or do I want the tilt that I've got just to react a little bit quicker? So personally, I feel like I want both. I want the tilt to react a little bit quicker, and I want a bit more tilt. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go back into my SRS settings. I have to tab out on the screen. Right, so I'm going to, because I want the chair to react quicker, I'm going to take the reaction time down to 8. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it at 10 for now. I'm just going to take that reaction time down to 8. And now we're going to try again. Right. So that means when I accelerate, I tilt back a little bit quicker. So what I'm feeling now is I'm getting a much quicker tilt back, but I'm thinking to myself, is that too much of a tilt back? And now I'm thinking about it. I've got a nice speed of tilting back, but I think it may be too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slow down again. I'm going to quickly pull away. You can see the chair moving. I think it's moving quick enough, but it is actually too high. So I'm just going to go back in and I'm going to dumb down that tilt. So where's that tilt? I'm going to take the tilt down to 8, and I'm going to leave the reaction time at 8 as well for the time being, because I think that sort of reacted good enough. So right, so now I've got slightly less tilt back. I can feel a little jerk on the gear change, which is nice. But once you get up to speed, the acceleration pull away ain't going to make no difference. So I need to slow down again, because it's all about the initial pull away. And I'm feeling that's about right. Right. So I like that setting that I've got there. Right, so I could make it a little bit quicker, but I feel that the actual angle that I'm getting is good enough. So what I'm going to quickly do one more time is I'm just going to go in there, and I might do the reaction time just 1 second quicker. So I'll put that on 7. So I'm liking that a lot. I'm liking that effect that I've got there. There we go, it's nice. Actually, yeah, really nice. And then once you get up to speed, the chair slowly levels out, because obviously it's not going to stay tilted back when you accelerate. So I'm not getting any reactions apart from accelerate out of the chair at the moment, which is all I want, because I just want to get that tilt feeling right. I want to get it in a nice place. I don't want it to tilt too much. I don't want it to tilt not enough. I just want it to tilt with the car, which I feel that's nice. Right, so there we go. That's my acceleration. Now let's go for braking. Okay, where is braking? Right, so braking is deceleration. So I'm going to turn the deceleration on. I'm going to pretty much bring it down to 10. And I'm going to do again, I'm going to match what I've got. Actually, let's match what I've got. So I've got the same on braking and acceleration. Let's see how we go. So now I feel I've got too much. I've got too much of an angle now. I think what's happening is the chair is now reacting to the the fact that I've got deceleration on, and it's decelerating with the engine rather than the brake, which is cool. So when I let off on the accelerator, I'm getting a little tilt forward, but it's tilting way too fast and way too much of an angle. So let's get that sorted out. So I want to dumb down the angle. I'm going to take that to 5, and I'm going to slow down the reaction time for the braking. I'm going to put that up to 10, and I'm also going to lower the angle of my acceleration by 1. Right, let's see how that goes. Okay, that acceleration feels nice. Oh, and the brake, that felt nice too. Accelerate and brake. I need to get a bit more speed up for the brakes to kick in. There we go. That was quite good. After you brake, the chair levels itself out, as you see there. So I got a bit of pull away, tilt on the pull away, and then brake. So I think that's quite nice. We've got that set up really good. My phone had to ring, didn't it? Bear with me 1 sec. I'll be back in 1 sec. I'll cut this bit out. Old man trying to get out of the chair. Okay, what's that, mate? Okay, of course. Yes, baby. It's 2:15. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I need to jump back in the chair. Old man, getting in chair. So it's pretty sturdy, to be honest. Right, let's get back into my settings. Now eyes back. Where was I? Right, so I've got me acceleration. So I actually feel the pitch is alright now, but I feel that it's not reacting fast enough. So let me just swing that back round. So what I need to do now is just get back into those settings, and I'm gonna turn down the reaction time to 6. Let's see how that goes. Oh. So I haven't adjusted the tilt, just the reaction time. And braking. Feel the braking's in quite a nice spot. I feel like I could was going to say I could go down just one more, increase the reaction time just by 1 more second there. But I feel we're in the right ballpark anyway. I've got the right amount of tilt that I want, and I've got the right amount of braking that I want. So I'm happy with that. What we're going to do now is I'm going to turn on the sway, the G-force. So let's get a starting point, and I'm going to go 10-10. Right, so I've got my acceleration. Yep. Now I'm looking for sway around the corners. There we go. So now I've got a bit of tilt going around the corners, and I've got my braking happening at the moment. And actually on 10-10 it seems to be okay. Oh, just take it nice and easy, just to get a feel of the chair reacting. So it's actually reacting too fast. We'll get onto the straight and then we'll give it a little zigzag. Right, there we go. Right, so it's not bad. I think I don't need as much tilt, and I could slow it down a little bit. So let's just brake. The braking feels really good. So let's just take the sway down by 2. Take that to 8, and I'm gonna increase the reaction time to 12. Right, let's see. Right, so yep. Every time you make an adjustment on a SRS, give it like 5 seconds before it translates. So now I've got a really nice smooth. The angle's not as severe and not as sharp. So now I've got a really nice. It's quite a gentle. It's quite a gentle, subtle sway movement I've got. And to be honest, it's not enough. I like the way that the chair is tilting left and right in a nice, subtle, soft way. It's not sharp and it's not harsh. It's soft. But I think what I want is I want just a little bit more angle now. So it's the right kind of softness. I've got the reaction time in the right spot, I think. But I just want it just to tilt just a little bit more. 184, 185. So we get this corner. Yeah. Right, so that was good. That was good, but I'm going to up it just a little bit. So on the angle, now I've took the reaction time a bit slower. I want to make the angle go back up. There we go. So I got a nice pull away effect. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm getting a nice lean. I'm getting a nice lean out of it without it being too sharp. That feels really nice now. Got the right speed and the right amount of angle. I can feel going around the corners without getting absolutely chucked around. There we go. And the acceleration tilting me back feels really good. Again, that angle there. Braking, yep, lovely. Going around the corner. So that's all of it's translating through now, and it's giving me a really, really good experience. And that is improving my racing. So yep, that feels really good. So I've got me acceleration, yep. I can feel like I can get behind it and get my foot down. I'm in control, and I've got my sway going around the corners there, and I feel that's really good for this car. It's in the right position for this car. Let me get around this little straight up coming up. It's a nice little keep my foot down. The car's not tuned up in game. I'm only tuning up the SRS settings, but that feels really great. So you notice I went over the curb there. I didn't get any reaction from the chair whatsoever for the curb. That is because when you go up a curb, you're going to tilt the car. And I've only got G-force on going round corners. So roll is for tilting the car. So let's get into hold on, let's turn on roll. So now let's start at 10. I'm going to leave it at 5. So I've got quite a big angle at quite a fast reaction time. So let's see. Right, I'm just going to give it a few seconds just to recalibrate itself. So now when I hit curbs, I should get a nice thud like that. So now I've got a little bit of a, I can feel a thud going around them now. And also if I crash and the car tilts in any sort of angle, I've got the roll on, so it'll roll in that angle. I think I could go over a bit more with the roll. I'm going to take it up to 15 just to amplify that a bit more. Right, let's get some speed up and see if I can start just clipping those curbs just to get a reaction out of the car. Oh, too much. But yeah, I went over that. I felt the bump going over that curb there. And there. And there. So I've got nice sway. That's good. That's really good. Feeling nice. Oh, I felt a little, I hit that, yep. Oh. And as I go over to the barrier, I've also felt a little bit of a roll when I went over the barrier. So let me just, I'm going to do pitch now. Let's get pitch turned on. Whoops. So I'm on a bit of a hill, so it's gone down. So let's take the pitch to, I'm going to take the pitch to 10, and I'm going to leave it on 10. Right. Let's get around here. There we go. I've got a roll going through that angle through that grey bit. car actually went up on its side a bit. Alright, so now I'm on a straight. I've got my sway, which is pretty good. Got my brake, got my accelerate. I can feel a little vibration in the gear change every time in the lower end of the gears. In the higher end of the gears it's very subtle, but there we go. There we go. There we go. That's my roll. There we go. So my roll is on. The pitch weren't really doing much. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm just going to quickly reset the session. Right, so, and then everything's just standard, so I don't need to alter any of the car yet. But there you go, I've got me acceleration. Oh, this car's got the tracking on this car's traction on this car isn't very good. It wants to wheel spin everywhere. Right. So yeah, it. Oh. Now going uphill now. Not really getting much of an effect going up the hill there. So let me just stop again. So bring up SRS now. I just want to turn up the pitch setting. I'm going to go all the way to 20. Alright, let's go to 20. See what... Oh, reverse. Nope. Alright, now I'm starting to feel the road. The elevation of it. Got downhill coming up. There we go. I feel like I'm tilted forward going downhill now. And then through that chicane. The S-bend. There we go. Up. I'm going up there. Now, I don't know if you noticed that, but I felt like that the car tilted back out of sync with the actual road. So I got the reaction of it going uphill, but it was out of place. So what I need to do, it basically tilted back way too quickly. So what I need to do is turn up the reaction time. So let's turn up that reaction time. I'm going to take that up to, let's say, 14. I might even take the reaction time for the sway a bit quicker. Even though it's comfortable, the corners are very quick in these cars. So I feel like I might just need just a little bit more reaction time in the G-force going around corners. But oh, the road feels great at the moment. Like I feel like I'm in line with it. Okay. So yeah, I think I will take down the reaction time to the sway. So we've got some hills coming up. There we go. Going uphill now. And I should get the roll. Oh. Yeah, around the roll. I definitely need to take the reaction time up. It was there, but it didn't feel as instant as it should be. There we go, yeah. The hills, the angles of the hill now are feeling pretty good. Oh. Yep, up and down the hills, and a dip. Oh, yep, hit the curb. I felt the car kick up a bit. That's see, it's all coming together now. And the roll, yep. And the tilt back going uphill, yep, it's good. There we go, and down a little bit, and then out and even. So that, I feel like I'm pretty much in the right ballpark for all the settings that I've got at the moment. What else have we got? Vertical heave, right. Vertical heave is just for, this is for making the bumps in the road more dominant. So I'm going to turn it, I'm going to put it on 1, and I'm going to put it on 15. So now this is a nice straight. I'll just leave it, whatever. Right, this is a nice straight, and there's a lot of dips in this road as you're going along it quite fast. And what you'll start feeling is the bouncing of the suspension now. There we go. So as the suspension's bumping up and down, I'm getting a little rocking effect, which is simulating a heave. As you can see, I'm bumping up and over the road, and it's making me feel like I'm actually going over bumps. I'm going down and up. The reaction time to the tilt in going uphill is still too fast. But I'm really feeling the bumps now. So it's apart from the tilt being too quick. It's all really starting to come together, so I can feel all the bumps. Like, yeah, going up the hill, it's too fast. The reaction time going up and down the hill is too fast, but the bumps feel really good. The sway, I'm still not made my mind up. Acceleration pull away is good. Yeah, the pitch is way too fast. So braking. But the bumps are feeling really, really nice. And as I can feel I'm going down, this is the bit. Yeah, the chair reacts to going up way too quickly. So what I'm going to quickly do is let's sort that out now. Right, let's sort that out now. So I need to reaction time for pitch. I'm going to take that up to 16, and the sway, I'm gonna try the sway up to 14, but leave it where it is so it's more of an angle at the same velocity. Right, let's try that. There we go. I think what I've done now is this. The sway's too high. So the sway's too high. So what I should have done is put the sway back down to where it was. Was it? I think it was on 10, but decrease the reaction time. So let's put that on 8. Let's see how that is now. Just give it a few seconds just to all calculate and recalibrate. Oh, my sway is really fast now. Oh. Going uphill, yeah, that uphill is now pretty good, but I feel like I'm getting thrown about a bit too much. So again, I think everything's fine. It's the sway I need to. I think maybe I've got the right speed for the sway, but I just need to drop the angle for it a little bit because it's too over aggressive with the angle. So I'm just going to take that down to 8, but keep it on the same reaction time. Let's give it a few seconds to calibrate. Right. There we go. I'm not getting thrown around so much, but again, I'm getting close. I'm in the right ballpark. The roll is working. That's it. The roll's pretty much there. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dumb down the heave. The heave seems to be a little bit too excessive, so I might put that onto 12 and turn that up to 2. So it's there, but not as much. So the only thing I need to sort out is this sway. I think I might go to 7 and just put it up to 9 to delay time to 9. Because it really, you want your vehicle to feel smooth. You don't want to be thrown around like crazy. You want to. There we go. Right, now it's feeling smooth, but I've still got all the effects that I want. I've got my acceleration. I've got the pitch going up and down the hills. There we go. I've got the sway. There we go. Yeah, I've got the sway, and I can still feel the heave. I can still feel the bumps in the road and the suspension. And you'll notice as well, the more spot on you get the car, the better your driving becomes. Because when you got a car that's out of sync with the chair and you're getting thrown all over the place, your driving is not going to be as accurate. But right now I can feel the bumps pretty good. They're not as sharp, but I want them to be a bit more, so I could actually... I can't do it while I'm driving. I'm going to actually just turn up the heave. Let's turn it up to 15. There we go. Right, give that a second to kick in. Yeah, the acceleration feels really nice. Ah, right, now I can really feel the road bouncing me up and down with the suspension. And that, the elevation of the tilt, the angles from the heels is kicking in really nice. Yeah, my acceleration is good, my braking is good. I've dumbed down the sway, but it still feels accurate. It really does feel great. I'm actually, yeah. Right, we're going up the hill on the tilt. There we go, and then back level. Yeah, it's giving me about the right amount now. So I can feel the rubble. There we go. That was the curb. Let's get the sway. Brake. Again, sway. I can. Right, I'm starting to feel like I can start leaning into it now. Oh, skiddy, that traction control, man. Lucky, right, the car's still alive. I can still drive. But yeah, I seem to be hitting the right angles now with the chair, with the car. I'm getting the right feeling. I'm liking the sway, but I feel I could just get a little bit more of an angle on it. But the reaction time to the sway is good. Yeah, the reaction time is good. I'm really feeling the bumps, really good. So yeah, I want a little bit more sway, but the reaction time is good. So I'm just going to increase that just a touch in a second. Got a few fast corners coming up. Yeah, I think just a little bit, and braking. Yeah, it's starting to feel there. I'm in the right ballpark. I'm completely in the right ballpark. So, apart from that sway, let me kick that up. I'm going to kick it up to 9. We've got engine haptics as well. We've got engine haptics, and if I turn it on, basically what that gives me is the engine rumble. Like if I turn it right up, it's really, I can really feel that a lot. So if I leave that at 7, I'm now getting another effect through the chair. So I'm getting the bumps in the road, the engine haptics, the sway, the tilt, the roll, the braking, acceleration. Yeah, now it's really good. That's good. I'm really feeling the rumble of the bumps in the road, especially on the grass there. You can really feel the heave kicking in, even though there is no heave on this, but the effect that the rocking gives you is like heaving. It's cool. It's really good. Alright, so there we are. That's how you find your baseline. That's how you find your baseline. That's the easiest way to do it. Going through each individual angle and pitch and roll and sway individually. Turn them on and off again. And then you just, you know, you play with them as the more you drive, the better you get. So once you've got this all in the ballpark you want, you have to save it. Go to save. It saves it for the vehicle. It's not, you know, that if you once you get in another vehicle that you've never driven before, these settings that we've just saved now won't apply to your new car. I can feel the engine rumbling. So once you've got all these settings dialed in, if you really want to start dialing into the car, you know, the stronger you put these sliders, you know, with your ABS, you'll feel that. Wheel spinning, you'll feel that. It's up to you to go through it and adjust it to where you want. Now this is the bit that a lot of the other videos were contradicting with smoothing effects. A lot of the videos were saying that the reaction time boxes that I just gone through, people were getting mixed up with reaction times to smoothing. So they're thinking if you got the pitch up and it's going too fast, you smooth it out. Now in a way that will smooth it out a little bit, but it's not smoothing it out the correct way. So the correct way to smooth stuff out is by reaction times, which are in the boxes in black, and then the amount of degrees, which are the sliders. Once you've got these nailed down, then if you really want to fine tune stuff, that's when you dip into the smoothing effects, because the way to think of it is the numbers at the end, right? So this is 20. If I take it up, I can take it up to 40, 50, 60 and 70 and 80, right? But basically what it is I've got my roll, it's on 15, right? So the way I look at it is I'm on, if I go to roll, sorry, that's the wrong one. If I go to roll and I'm on 20, what I'm actually on is I'm on 15.2, 15.3, 15.4, 15.5. So the smoothing are very minute, subtle increments of smoothing. They're not like, you're not going to get the effect of reaction times to the degrees of tilt. This is minute details. So if you feel like when you're going uphill, I'm in a really good ballpark going uphill, but I just want to like, if I put it to 15, it's too fast. If I put it on 16, it's too slow. So what I want to do is I want to go for my pitch. So I want to go 15.27, 15.26. Do you know what I mean? These are like the decimal point. It's the only. That's like the best way to describe it. So it's like 15.3 or 15. If I put it up 15.5, you know. So just in between. So if I just, it's a bit tricky to get it bang on 50. There we go. So I'm on 50. So basically that 50 on pitch on roll, that's 15.5. So it's, you know, it's in between it. These are, oh, it's on pitch, yeah. So it's 20.5. Sorry, what am I talking about? That's the slider. It's 16.5. Yeah, because it's all to do with the reaction time and the smoothing. So my reaction time is on 16. I've put the smoothing up to 50. So this is what I'm saying. If I have it on 17, it's too slow, and if I have it on 15, it's too quick. So if I have it on 16.5, that's what smoothing's for. It's not about, it's not smoothing the way a lot of these other videos are explaining. They're just going straight. They're just leaving the reaction times alone on default, going straight into the slider, and then they think, oh, that'll smooth it out to slow it down or speed it up. And like I've explained, that's not the way it works. These are decimal point changes. These are reaction times, the black boxes, and this is your amount of degrees that you've set in your parameters, which is in the game setup. So now I've got that all set up pretty good. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to reset it. I'm just going to do one lap. I'm going to go restart session. Now it's all ready for me. So now I'm just going to go into gears. I'm going to leave that on what that is, 192. I'm going to put on some slicks, soft slicks. Let's take down the fuel. So I put it on 3.5. Electronics, traction control is on 1. Oh, it only goes up to 1. Alright, so there we go. Degrees, rear wing and front wings you can do individually on this car. I think that's about it. That's all I'm going to tinker with at the moment. The brake bias, that's fine. Right, so now I've got my car set up. Let's put in a lap. There we go. I really don't like the way this car's got no, even though it says it's on traction control, it's very spinny. When you put your foot down, you can really spin it out really easy. Let's turn that off for you. See my ghost car there. Oh, span it there. But yeah, I'm in the right ballpark now with those settings, and that's it. Now now you understand how to get in the right ballpark and what they all do. You know, you can, going forward, you just tune it up. The more you fly or the more you drive, the more fine detail you can get SRS to input. The pull away on this is lethal. Woo. But you know, there's a couple of things that I could still fine tune on this just to make it better, but it's, you know, it's up to you to do it as you go along. But believe me, once you've got it set up, once you've got a car set up or a plane set up, it's fantastic. It's so good, it's so immersive, and it's just spot on. This entry level motion sim, the Yaw VR2 is for what it is. It's great. It really is. You can just lose hours and hours. You can lose so many hours in it. Woo. But like, my driving feels good. Like I'm feeling the road really good. I'm feeling the car really good. The back end wanted to overtake the front. So yeah, I've got, you know, going around now, the sway's good. And it's, at the end of the day as well, it's all on your preference, you know. If you want more of a shorter movement but more rapid reaction times, then you go for it. If you want it, I like mine a bit more smoothed out. So there we go, that's it. That's the end of the tutorial. But this chair is, I'm so pleased that I got it. I backed it on the Kickstarter. It's absolutely great. Yaw VR2 have actually smashed it with this. You know, because you compare it to Next Level Racing's actuators and D-Box and everything else. You know, with it pretty soon it ends up being 10,000. So I'm just over the moon with this setup. I'm really happy. So yeah, that's how you set up SRS for your. That's how you set up SRS for your Yaw 2. I hope you gained a bit of knowledge from it and it gave you an insight into how good this program actually is. So thanks for watching, and see you soon on the next video. Adios amigos, laters.